Welcome to the How Many Goats Am I Worth? Video article. In this video, you will be given information regarding the famous question that many times people wonder: how many goats am I worth? You may already be aware of this question. However, if you do not have any idea about this question, below there is a simple explanation that everybody can understand. Further, you can calculate your worth of goat score by going through the quiz, How Many Goats Am I Worth? The procedure is designed to calculate the goat value of any kind of people, whatever their age or gender. Topic number 1. What is the meaning of the quiz, How Many Goats Am I Worth? There are some traditions and cultures factors, among specific communities, when it comes to determine a person's wealth and value. Many communities take into account the value of properties, castles, animals, lands, money, gold, and similars, when it comes to estimate the wealth of a person. At the same time, other factors are important and have to be taken into account. Physical characteristics such as age or height and the degree of instruction play their role in the goat value assessment. Another crucial element for the goat value is the reputation of the getting married couple and their position in the social pyramid. If the value of the person's wealth is high, or very high, the number of traded goats can be more than hundreds, in proportion to the family value lost. Many tribes in South Africa still use goats while we commonly use dollar, euros, or sterling, and other monetary systems. It is a very ancient tradition and its origin can be set in the primal past, as it holds its roots in ancestral and extincted cultures. Goats can be used when the partners have to exchange any kind of good, or they have to transfer the property of an asset into another's portfolio. Considering this, it is convenient to be prepared and discover right now what is your actual goat value. It could happen anytime and any moment in life that you might be asked, what is your goat value? What if you wouldn't be able to give any answer to this question, and you wouldn't have any idea of your real goat value? Or worse situation, what if you give a wrong and incorrect assessment, providing an underestimated and unfair self-goat value? Please consider the advice. This is not tolerable and you don't want this to happen. You have to do something to fix the situation, right now. Find out your goat value, or face inevitable critical consequences. Topic number 2. When does it happen to calculate the goat value? This usually happens when a man or a woman are going to get married, and the question suddenly comes out. No worries, we are here to give to that question a correct answer. So, in this situation, the man or the woman has to prove his or her family and personal wealth, including any kind of income and any financial capability. This assessment is conducted following the analysis elements that have been previously described. However, it considers also particular communities' local norms and specific laws, which might vary the goat value criteria. In some communities and regions, the question is also known as, how many camels am I worth? Or, how many horses am I worth? The matter of the topic is the same, but the traded animal is different, and its economical trade value might vary, depending on the location and certain country conditions. In other words, it has the same meaning as the question, how many goats am I worth? With a different, traded good. As we have explained earlier, the type of wealth to be taken into account depends on the norms and beliefs of a particular community. In general, we have two different assessment situations that we can distinguish. One is often also known as the bride price, and it has to be paid to the bride family in the form of livestock, money, commodities, or other valuables. The second one comes when we talk of the dowry. It is paid by the woman or her family at the time of engagement or marriage. Further, in some communities, both the dowry and bride price are exchanged at the same time. Topic number 3. The history of goat wealth tradition. We can still notice these kinds of traditions in many parts of Africa. According to their culture, the validity of the union is related and linked to the bride price that we already have described. As we have mentioned, the boy or his family has first to pay the bride price in order to get the permission from the girl's family to marry her and collect her dowry. This is a common tradition in sub-Saharan Africa and for all the tribes living there. Instead, when we talk about the question, how many camels am I worth? It is usually related to the Egyptian influence area and the Bedouin tribe. However, without the family permission, the marriage will not be considered a valid marriage by the community. The bride price value includes gold, money, animals, herd of castles, goats, lands, properties, and so on. So when it comes to the dowry, it is the same as the bride price. It has to be said that the bride price is paid to the bride's family in order to constitute a household and generate descendants. Instead, the dowry is offered as an additional attraction factor for the potential husband. Topic number 4. Let's finally compute your goat value and, in the end, reveal how many goats you are worth. We have designed a specific questionnaire based on several evaluating factors to calculate your goat value. Thanks to our futuristic goat technology with subatomic connection, having exploited our extraordinary intellectual skills and having consulted more than 50 experts all over the explored world, we were able to give birth to the following high-value quiz of 10 questions that you can use to check how many goats your dowry should worth, or how much your bride price has to be assessed. You can go through this series of questions irrespective of whether your gender is. In other words, it does not matter whether you are a girl or a boy, you can go ahead and calculate your goat value. If you feel male, you can easily calculate the goat value of your bride price. If you feel female, you can estimate, instead, the goat value of your dowry. You can try giving different set of answers and discover all the multiple results. Nobody is going to judge you. The next part is about a practical estimation of the boy or girl value before they get married. We are going to listen to a real example of how those communities use this goat wealth estimation as value exchange method. When a girl finds a man that she likes, she begins to be in affairs with him, and she usually informs about this both families. Family says, "We heard you are interested in getting married and you have found a pretender. How many goats is he worth?" Girl replies, I am not sure, I should think about it. I would not say less than 40 goats and 3 castles. Maybe 30, and a couple of castles. Family answers, if it is going this way, we will not ask less than 50 goats and 5 castles, for the loss of giving you away. What do you say? Do you agree? Girl concludes, I agree to that value, and if we can, we will ask even more. We both know my real and actual value. Family blesses the couple. You have now our blessing, and our permission to go ahead and get married. We wish the best to you, and, of course, to your future husband. May you have many descendants and may the future smile to you. Now that we have listened to this imaginary conversation, you can go ahead and take our quiz How Many Goats Am I Worth? By clicking the below link. You will be asked to answer to 10 questions, which will cover different aspects of your being. Questions will assess your physical and economical attractiveness, while considering also your instruction level, and the amount of owned good. Please do not be a lying goat, and select the real and true answers. Share this article through your social media, and find out who, between your friends, has the highest goat value. Thanks for watching this video, about how many goats am I worth. If I manage to disassemble this stupid microphone and free myself from this prison, I'd love to take this opportunity to say that we hope you liked our video, and that we hope that you enjoyed its fun and creative content. See you, arrivederci. Random Animal Picks team, thanks you.